I've reached the end of the month of my smartwatch fitness / weight loss challenge. So let's see which device I ended up keeping. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. So honest it hurts. Woo! This is your first time here. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you come back again. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back, because it's awesome. It's just really awesome that you did that. I really do appreciate it. So let's just get straight into the business here. If you've been following the channel, then you know at the beginning of January, I had a Galaxy Watch, I had an Apple Watch, and I was going to see which one of those two devices helped me sort of keep track of and be aware of what I was trying to do in terms of meeting goals, in terms of getting more active, knowing how I was doing in terms of the exercise that I wanted to get in a given day, all that kind of stuff. And in my last update, I discussed the fact that the Apple Watch, the health app, it was much easier to find the information that sort of showed me what I did over the course of a given week, as opposed to the Samsung health app that just really didn't give me that, or at least it wasn't easy to find, and I ultimately gave up trying to find it. It's a very confusing app, and I think it could do with a redesign. The Galaxy Watch, I will say the Galaxy Watch was the more proactive device. Like when I would be, walking to and from my car at a healthy pace or something like that, it would automatically recognize that I was doing that, and it would start a workout, all those kinds of things. It would prompt me more often than the Apple Watch does typically to, get up, be active, do things. And that was good. But the downside was that I couldn't then, at the end of the week, really coalesce all that information into what I really needed to know to see how I was doing. Now, the Apple Watch is a little bit less in your face. The Apple Watch will sort of tell you when it's time to stand up. The Apple Watch will, just prompt you here and there. The breathing exercises thing is really good. I mean, I suffer from anxiety. Those breathing exercise prompts are really valuable to me because I can then just stop for 1 minute, get those deep breathing exercises in, and sort of let the shoulders relax a little bit. I did wish that the Apple Watch picked up on workouts that I was doing, and instead of me having to tell them that I was going to do a workout, I know that there were other ways to do that, and I just haven't dug deeply into it. At the end of the day, I found that the Apple Watch, because of the kinds of prompts that it gave me, because of the way that I could get into the health app and see what my progress was, the way that it connects with other things like the Lose It app that I use to track my calories, it was all just easier to get done. And so I found myself deciding to keep the Apple Watch and take the Galaxy Watch back. There were other things that weren't in the favor of the Galaxy Watch. One, it was just too big and bulky. I'm not a big watch wearer. I wasn't, at least before I went with this. This is so much smaller than the Galaxy Watch, and I found myself banging my wrist into everything. It just wasn't really comfortable for me, so I decided that wasn't really the style that worked for me as well. And then the last thing, and I mentioned this in the last of the updates, is that the Galaxy Watch and Samsung's health app seem to be more forgiving and at least allow me to get my steps in, to get all the stuff that I needed to get in a given day, to much more easily, it seems, than it is to close the rings on the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch requires much more effort to close these rings than the Galaxy Watch does to get the steps and to get the 30 minutes of exercise and all that. So I feel like, I've lost a little bit of weight. I've lost about 3 or 4 pounds, which isn't all that much, but I'm getting there. I've been going to the gym. I've been doing workouts, all that kind of stuff. I've been walking as much as I could. I feel like I need the challenge that the Apple Watch is going to give me over the Galaxy Watch. And so that was the decision that I made. I made the decision to keep the Apple Watch. On top of that, the Apple Watch, with all the different features that it has and where it seems like the Apple Watch is going to go in the future, it's just on another level from the Galaxy Watch. The Galaxy Watch is like a cool smartwatch. The Apple Watch is perhaps the future of Apple's mobile, wearable, whatever. The ECG feature is, you hear stories of it actually having saved lives at this point. There's just so much fall detection for older folks or for, whoever might fall. Okay, so it's been really cold out here in Iowa. We were in the polar vortex and it was like 50 below zero at one point. One thing that somebody pointed out to me is that with the Apple Watch and the fall detection, it would really be valuable. Like, let's say you are trying to get to your car, or you're out in that weather, you want to get out of it, you're trying to get to your car, you're trying to get to your house, apartment, whatever it is. You slip, you fall, you bang your head, or you break your hip, or whatever it is, you're immobilized. There was a student here at the University of Iowa who actually, the reason that it happened is not known, but he died of exposure during some of those really cold moments. Now, if he had the Apple Watch with the fall detection, that would have been a way for other people to get the information and for that person potentially to be helped. I don't know what the exact situation there. It hasn't been released to the public at this point, but there's a lot that recommends the Apple Watch. It's got a lot more deep roots, and it's going to have legs that go out into a lot of different areas, more so than what it seems like the Galaxy Watch is going to do. So I decided to stay with the Apple Watch hooked up to my iPhone XR, and yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Have you had a different experience with the Apple Watch or the Galaxy Watch? This was a difficult time for me to do this challenge because when it got to be dozens of degrees below zero, it was really difficult for me to get out and get the steps that I needed and everything else. So I really got like 2.5 or so weeks out of the 4 weeks that I was doing this to go out and really have an opportunity closed. I don't have a treadmill at home. I did make it to the gym a few times. I didn't get a chance to really close the rings or finish the stuff that the Samsung Watch was offering as often as I would have liked. So I'm going to, this is going to continue into February. I will keep you updated if that's something that you want as I go on. Maybe once a month I'll let you guys know, or maybe you'll just see because I'm becoming so svelte. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this little trek through me trying to get healthy and do a little bit better for myself and maybe keep myself up and around for longer than maybe I was on track to be. If you do have questions, if you do have any thoughts, lay them on me down in the comments below. I really do appreciate it. If this was your first time here and you want to come back, then there are ways that you can do that, and we'll lay some of those out right here in a graphic form. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for being a part of this Painfully Honest Tech community. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out. Hey, you're still here and you haven't left yet, and maybe you want to watch another video. There are a couple of videos here that I suggest that maybe you want to check out. Also, hit me on the social medias over there, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to have you back again sometime soon. Thank you so much for being here.